See how twisted the cops are? They don't have any problem with disturbing the peace and noise harassment. You know, these motherfuckers, they just come right here making so much ignorant noise. And they just had some ghetto young ass females popping and clicking their gum in my ear on purpose. You know, it's ignorant ass niggas. This park right here reminds me of Pensacola. And they're doing this on purpose to distract me. Black people. Ignorant ass niggas. I'm like so frustrated right now. I have no place to go, no place to be. And the bully fag cops would rather see you in jail, locked up somewhere. Like more people on their scooters, you know. And again, you know, I'm frustrated about people trying to tell me what I should focus on, what I need to focus on. And one person trying to condemn me, talking about how I need to learn how to stop reacting to everything, you know, and then tell me I need to focus on this. I'm tired of people trying to tell me what to focus on, you know. So, when I tried to just now ask the police officer, you know, I explained my situation saying, and I just got here yesterday, and I'm homeless or whatever on the streets with nowhere to go. And he said everything is shut down because of the COVID-19 or whatever. So then he told me if I stayed at this park right here, that I would go to jail. That they have basically zero tolerance for homeless people being downtown here. Made me feel like I should have stayed in Pensacola, but y'all know what happened, why I had to leave. That man was trying very hard to get me locked up in a mental institution. So, you know, the police officer, he made it like as if homeless people are not supposed to be seen or exist downtown. And so I wish I could have, I wanted to punch the fuck out of him when he got smart ass with me. I was about to curse him out, you know, when I asked him, you know, so what am I supposed to do? And then he said, now see, just that quick, I forgot what he said. He said, he's like, I don't know, I didn't bring you here, you know. That's what he said. He said, I don't know, I didn't bring you here. He's like, I don't know, I didn't bring you here, you know. And I'm like, how fucking just smart ass, you know. So I guess if I'm supposed to go to jail or something or get arrested, then I guess so be it, you know. That's how they think, you know. And then the homeless people themselves perping you. And homeless men being harshly abusive towards me. And, like, I don't even know if they're acting like this because they got out of prison, you know. I avoid the homeless clique. And I avoid shelters and everything. I mean, the police officer acting like he couldn't give me a straight answer, talking about that I couldn't sleep down here, I couldn't loiter or hang out or anything like that, you know. And the police presence is very heavy. So some people say that homeless laws is the same as targeted individual laws, but damn, they got a lot of homeless people perping their asses off too. You know, everything is all these insects biting me and stuff and flying and crawling on me. That's very smart ass that the police officer said. When I asked him, what am I supposed to do? He said, I don't know, I didn't bring you here. You know. And just fucking cold and narcissistic abusers, bully fag cops. You know. And it's like, that's why I never report incidences. I was told to not talk to the police anyway, you know. So, it's like, I don't even want to hear a fucking thing about Blue Lives Matter and the police worship and stuff like that when they oppress I mean, if we're all supposed to be American, you oppress your American people. See all these perps hanging around. They're just hanging around, you know. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I won't go to jail tonight. You know, I don't even know if it's too late. I don't even have enough money to go in another hotel tonight. I can't believe I'm going through this. You know, when you're just trying to survive and exist, and that's a crime because you're not rich. You know, but I wonder how would that officer feel if he was stripped of his job and becoming, I'm sitting here fleeing abuse, and, you know, it's the worst thing to be homeless on the streets during this fake coronavirus thing. And that's why I said, what did I do that bad to deserve this kind of suffering? That it's torture and miserable to, you know, not even have a place to get to go pee or anything like that, you know. Like, as if I deserve to be punished. Now, I did something so wrong, you know, that this freaking discrimination, you know, discrimination and abuse. And it's like at least 3 people today made false promises to send me money to help me out, and they didn't send me shit. At least 3 people on YouTube, you know. But, you know, it's like the police have their rules and laws backwards. I mean, it's okay for people to loot and burn up buildings and stuff like that, but you sleep at a park.
You heading down there now?
I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
But it's okay for people to you know, it's like it's okay for people to loot and steal and stuff like that, you know. But shucks, for you to just sit down and try to take a break or rest, or, you know, just trying to get out of the heat or get out of the rain or something, they lock you up for that. But, you know, all these people looting and stuff, I mean, you really care about something petty as somebody sleeping on a bench or somebody just sitting on a bench? You care about that? But then here's people doing noise harassment, or, you know, they poisoning people, putting stuff in your food, and drugging you up, and covert harassment, and you can get away with that. But you can't freaking get away with just sitting on the bench or just trying to get some rest because you have no place to go and nobody's trying to help you at all. And people are glad to not care or not give a fuck, you know. So, I mean, the upside, come on, bitches. I mean, it's like I don't try to react to everything on purpose or anything like that. It's just, you know, part of my disability, you know. Shucks, even back, there was a ghetto. Shucks, they can get away with doing that. That's not a crime, though. But, you know, stop in the middle of traffic and jump in front of cars That's not a crime. Driving around with one headlight, they say you can go to jail for that. Stalking people, you can go to jail for that. Well, how come the stalkers can get away with it? It's like rules and laws only apply for the people who are truly targeted. And it's a fucking shame how targeted people oppress each other. And they're not, even if a person does react to everything, still be supportive and just listen and understand their torture and their struggles. As I said, what bothers, just because it doesn't bother you, doesn't mean that it's supposed to not bother me. We each have different backgrounds, so be supportive if I react or get mad at everything. Because you weren't abused in foster care and tortured in foster care like I was. Or, I might be, not be going through something that you're going through, And, being overly sheltered and not knowing how to handle things, because being treated like a punished child and overly sheltered, and that's how I end up, not being able to handle situations and not knowing what to do because, I don't know. But I don't even know if I made a big mistake coming here just trying to get away from that man, because he nearly succeeded. If all these bus drivers and everybody listening to and obeying him, obeying his orders, police officers are even obeying his orders and doing what he says. It's like, if the police are doing what he says, he nearly succeeded at getting me locked up in a mental institution several times, and that's his goal. And, the bus drivers wrongfully banned me from, I'm supposed to be seen as a damn troublemaker and a problem and everything. I don't know. I can't even express myself right now. I'm so upset. And then, as I said before, I don't deal with the homeless clique. Even if it was a whole bunch of other homeless targeted individuals, I don't deal with. And I just stay to myself, And those men, try to make me go with them. They were smoke cigarettes and stuff like that, They got an attitude with me when I asked, well, is that the waterfront right by the convention center? And they're like, no, like with an attitude, Well, that's the only waterfront that's down here that I know of, By the park, by the waterfront, yeah, where I was at earlier today. And I got 3 hours of peace and quiet and stuff like that. I was amazed. And then after a while, there was a homeless guy smoking around me. And then he ignorantly laughed, the moment and then there was another man who came and sat. He had all those benches over there, but came right by me just to smoke. And I'm supposed to just ignore that and tune that out. Well, tell the police to freaking ignore people sleeping on a bench in public. And tell them not to react to that and tell them not to crack people's skull or arrest people or put people in jail or ruin their record because they're minding their own business sleeping, because the rich complain and the rich who have money to control the police like puppets, and then the police will do stuff like try to crack your skull and have your brains hanging out just for something harmless like sleeping on a bench, And it's like people, when I'm asking for help genuinely, and people just sitting there fucking laughing, and you say you're targeted. But then if you had that happen to you, you wouldn't be able to handle it either. So, I'm just really scared tonight. And hotels are too expensive. The way they have this system set up, and then they made it worse with the fake coronavirus lie. Some people saying that George Floyd died 3 years ago. And that they're just using this thing. I don't know everything. I'm hearing something new and something different every day, So, here's a hotel right here. Too expensive for me to be able to afford it. The affordable hotel was some ghetto people who left me on hold for a long time. And then later on, I tried to call back a few times later, and nobody ever answered their phone, and I couldn't afford to make a blank trip over there, and I just barely have enough money, you know. But the upside was I was able to, like, I went to this restaurant, and the lady allowed me to sit there for as long as I want, and she got a generous tip, she said. And so when she got the tip, she paid for my food out of her generous tip. So I'm grateful and thankful for that. But this is really scary to be in an unfamiliar town, and just so unfair for me to be a female that, you know. But, you know, the cops, they say something triggering, like, and make you want to kick them in the balls. Like, why the fuck do they do it? Because they're narcissistic abusers. You know, trying to tell me, I don't know, I didn't bring you here. It's fucking cold, especially from what I'm going through, because he might have been a perp police officer, you know. And then you can get in a car and freaking drive undeservingly, you know. Where's my freaking car to drive? Where's my good rest and good sleep that I should be able to deserve, you know? This is very just fucked up, very fucked up, and they don't care. Like, too many callous, cold people. And as I said, the people who do care are the ones who only care about you when they're not mad at you. Or they only love you and care about you when you're on good terms with them, or when they're not mad at you. And then when they do get mad at you, then they act like they hate you and wish you dead, and act like as if they never did love or care about you. So let me stop running my mouth and stop ranting. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.